Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. And we're going to take a look at our man Reggie and who he chose to pop the balloon and find love with. This thick young woman right here. But check it. Look at what's going on right here. The wild hyena insignia that I'm always warning you all about. The big chest tat. So I've told y'all for the last couple of years on this channel that all this chest tatting and face piercing and neck tatting is all about covering up trauma and is associated typically with lifestyles of promiscuity and rebelness. And in particular, this tat on the boob, on the chest, is by far it came from strippers. Strippers are the ones who made this a thing, and women who choose tend to choose to engage in stripper culture, artifacts and accoutrement. It's quite often because they're living that life, whether professionally or they're just doing it for the free. That tends to tell you something. But this woman had a nice and sweet demeanor and all of that. And our boy Reggie just passed up on these facts that I be telling y'all about. So let's go to where he started off and see what kind of guy he was and what kind of woman he picked.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Reggie.
Reggie?
Yes.
How old are you, Reggie?
36.
36. Okay, what do you do?
So I'm a project manager for a political firm. Also teach financial literacy, help people with their credit repair, start businesses, generate passive income.
Okay, very cool. And what do you look for in a woman?
For me, it's communication. Conversation is key. I feel like communication equals longevity. So if you can hold a conversation, you're already winning me over. And someone can provide peace.
Okay, all right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers. It goes back to the communication. You know what I'm saying? If you can express yourself easily, we'll get along perfectly fine.
To build that generational wealth. Your name and age and the answer to this question.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm 30.
Nice to meet you.
Right now, I am in nursing school, and I plan on being an aesthetics nurse. I do have my own shop right now where I am practicing my esthetician. So right now, I'm just I want to have a franchise of beauty bars. That's definitely my progress. That's the journey I'm on right now. Yeah.
So Reggie refused to heed the signs, and he and Nova matched. And here is their follow up show where they matched.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here today with Reggie and Nova. Welcome, guys.
So the first thing I want to notice, we could only see this insignia because of the type of shirt she had on. She also just looks different altogether. It's a wonder how women with hair changes and all this makeup, they could just be two totally different people. I would never know this was the same person just off rip. I wouldn't have, when I saw the thumbnail, the reason I clicked on it, I recognized him. Didn't recognize her, but I knew who it had to be because actually I couldn't remember. And I had to go look at the thumbnail of the show to see which one it was. I was like, okay, I can tell which one it is now that I'm looking at it. But it's not even just on the chest. She's got the tattoos going all up and around. Some of y'all might think that's artistic, whatever have you. Again, I'm telling you, it's all about covering up. They put it over their heart. They're covering up their brokenness. That's what the tattoos represent, to cover up trauma. And they like to have the pain of getting the needle and having it in the place where it something over their chest where people if you have your open chest, you're an open person. If you stand in front of somebody, you're being defensive, people will close their chest up. It leads to the heart, to the soul. All of this is brokenness, and it's about a broken soul and covering it up. And you guys are gonna see that I'm not just talking, that it does represent what I'm telling y'all, and that's real about these people. Let's get into it.
We are here today with Reggie and Nova. Welcome, guys. How we feeling today? Good. Okay.
Feeling great.
That's what we like to hear. So we did have you guys on episode 9 of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, where you ended up matching. Okay, so is it going to be a yes for you for him?
Yes.
And is it a yes for you for her?
Definitely.
We got a match! All right, I'll take this mic. You guys can go on off. Hey! Okay, and so on that episode, we did get to know a little bit about each of you, but just to let the people know a little bit more, give them a little refresher. Nova, let's start with you. Tell us about yourself.
So, I'm born and raised in Arizona, and I have a 10-year-old daughter. I am an esthetician. I am in nursing school, and I've always been in healthcare. I've been in healthcare for about 11 years.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of been my go-to job. Like, every time I have, like, a little hustle or whatever, I always go back to the hospital.
Got it.
So I'm pretty big on that. I've done a lot of things.
Mhm.
I've done a lot of things. I used to model. I used to host clubs in different cities.
Okay.
I'm well-traveled.
Yeah, you've done a lot.
So we have to listen to what people are actually saying. She hustles. She hosts clubs. She's a model at 5 foot nothing. At 5 feet tall, she's a model. Runway models are 5'9", so we know what other kind of modeling comes after that. Either you're a swimsuit model or you're a corn model. They call it modeling. You're basically a sex worker. And what else is she talking about? Hosting clubs. The only type of people who get to host clubs are real celebrities, like a Kim Kardashian, somebody known. What is she known for? Who else hosts a club other than actual celebrities? Traveling strippers, in and out service on Craigslist. She gives all of these. She calls herself an entertainer. That's the word you're going to hear a lot of throughout this show. And we're going to finally get the real on what all of these code words that she likes to use instead of saying what she really is. And it was kind of crazy that this guy who's supposedly a professional, even though he said he does credit repair, so that gives pause to his legitimacy in finance because you really can't repair credit, right? Not it's not very much you can do. Really, that credit repair stuff is kind of like MLM scam stuff itself. But he said he was a project manager in political campaigns, financial project manager. So maybe he does legitimate stuff too. That credit repair stuff is pretty scammy. But let's listen to some more.
I'm a pretty private person too. Like, this is kind of a new experience for me. Being so, everything used to be like party and go, and now it's like more personal. So I'm not used to disclosing a lot of information like this. So it's been a journey. I am very fast in a very different way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. I'm definitely trying to get back into my modeling. Definitely about to get back on Instagram, go crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I tried this because I literally felt like I was having bad luck finding relationships that would work for me.
Yeah.
Especially after my whole experience in the entertainment world. I had a partner and he ended up passing away.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Yeah, so we were kind of like on our Bonnie and Clyde stuff. So when that kind of dissipated, I kind of got out of it because it wasn't fun anymore. So yeah, I just
listen to this crazy talk. She had a partner in entertainment. She didn't say I had a writing partner, right? She didn't say I had a producing partner. I'm in entertainment and I had a partner, and when he died, doing it wasn't fun anymore. I mean, she's telling you exactly what she's doing, right? So because she wants to try to play it that because she did her corno with just one other person, somehow putting yourself on camera to broadcast to the world your most intimate activity is somehow then nullified, lessened of a problem. Oh, I was just with this one guy. And then listen to the reason why she stopped, according to her. her justifying reason to stop is because he passed away and it, quote, wasn't fun anymore. So as long as it's fun to her or it behooves her to go back to it, she'll do it again at any time. She didn't realize the error of her ways. She didn't come to terms with the emotional damage that life causes, the trauma that she has, which she's going to end up displaying throughout this video. She doesn't acknowledge that or come to terms with that or realize the need for to move in a different direction spiritually. Nope, it's only because it wasn't fun. This is your modern woman, driven by exploitive sexual behavior and driven by what's fun. These are the determining factors of what's important in life and how these women move and conduct themselves. And this is the dating market for men. This is what black men are told we need to step up to. We need to plan dates for. We need to love these women and step into their lives and come take care of their bastard children from prison Pookie and dead porno dude because these are lovely women taken on camera and only stop because it isn't fun anymore. That's their level of accountability.
It's kind of started changing my life, but dating has been hard ever since.
Yeah. That's what I've heard.
It's been hard. So I kind of came into this like I told you, I was like, I didn't even know that I was gonna get on the show.
Yeah, you did say that.
I just winged it, and my mom was like, "Yeah, like, what do you have to lose? Like, what are you doing right now?" And I'm like, "Oh, I guess like it'll be an experience. I might meet someone." And so I came on the show, and I was like, at first I was like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah, I bet it's hard to date after quote unquote being an entertainer. Now I've skipped forward past their gaming talk, how they match, into the question about had they had a date after the show. And here's how it went immediately after they got off the show.
So during the show, I was in transition between jobs. So I was actually off for 2 weeks, and I believe Reggie was too. Like, we both were transitioning, and so we kind of spent a lot of time together the first like couple weeks. And we went to the first night with the other couple, Brittany and Philip. Yeah, with Brittany and Philip, we went. We didn't go with them, but we ended up running into them at the Champagne Lanes. Yeah, and I wanted to play. Like, I wanted to play games, so I actually wanted to take him to Cobra, which is an arcade bar. Okay, that I absolutely love. Like, they have all the old games, the Tetris. Like, yeah, it was good, but it was too packed. So we ended up going to Champagne Lanes, and that's how we ended up running into them. So that was like, it wasn't a date, but it was kind of like, okay, there we matched. Let's see what, let's talk more. And then after that,
it's literally a date. You go out with somebody who you're dating, it's a date. People try to put definitions on what a date is. It's so dumb. But anyway, let's keep going.
We ended up going to Cobra. I think it was like during the week when it wasn't as busy. And we actually had a good time, like a really good time. Okay. It was fun.
Okay. Yeah. So the going to Cobra was kind of like the official first date?
Yeah, that was the official first date.
Okay, and how soon after the show was that?
Probably the next day.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Y'all wasted no time.
No time. He actually let me go home after the show to change. I was like so nervous, sweating. It was crazy. So I was like, please, can I go home? Like, and he definitely let me go home and change. So that we ended up like,
yes,
wow,
definitely.
Okay. Yeah. The more like chill vibe.
Well, he was getting ready for work, so he was just. I did a couple ride-alongs.
Oh.
Okay. I'm chilling.
Yeah. Just as long as you're spending time together, kind of thing, right? Yeah.
I don't ask for much.
So how were the ride-alongs? Like, did you invite her, or she was like, "I'm coming"? Like,
no. I definitely was. I invited her, but she was down to come. So it was like it's 50-50 with it. So yeah, it was like. So we did it.
I still don't know what the ride-alongs are about. He's not a cop, but he's inviting this woman he just met, and they actually talked about they were both off for 2 weeks. They spent the whole next 2 weeks together. Basically, he had her cuffed from day one. He cuffed her on day one, but she doesn't appreciate all of what he was doing for her. And this guy is pretty much a fool. He takes a woman again. I give you all the signs and the symbols of what's going on, who is clearly damaged. He finds out that she is a quote unquote entertainer, and he just jumps head first into cuffing her and bringing her fully into his life. She has a child, and none of this gives him any pause. He goes full bore. And we're going to see as we go ahead what her level of appreciation for all of his actions, all of his financial gifts, his financial help, and everything. We'll see how she takes everything. So I skipped forward some more, and this is probably the last piece of video we're going to listen to as this video is getting long. And you can see there's much more in their videos, another 30 minutes. I'm going to wrap up with trying to bring together some more of what was said outside of what we're going to show here. But let's listen to this piece. You're going to get some more insights and finally get to more of the truth of the matter.
I never dabbled in drugs. I didn't have to cope with anything. Like, there was a mission, and that was all there was to it. And so explaining that to him, he wasn't understanding that. It just was like, no, that's not true. That's not true. And then it was like, well, I'm an eligible bachelor. Why would I settle for someone with your past? So it's like,
very good point. He's going to claim later on that he didn't say that. And my reaction is, why didn't you say that? I mean, I hope you did say that. Because it's the truest thing you could say. It's the disposition you should have. Why are you settling for Pookie's baby's mama porn star who takes dick on camera and strips for a living? Who gives all of her virtue away to any other man. And she claimed it was in the past, but let's keep listening. And again, we're going to get to the truth of the matter.
Like, you're taking these jabs.
So he said this.
Yes. Yes. So it's like you're taking these jabs, but you want me to just be like, oh, it's fine. Let's move on. But it's like, how can I be with someone that sees me in such a negative way and not even letting me, like, show him who I am or what I can do or what I offer. Like, I am a soldier. Like, I will go tooth and nail for my man. So it's like, for someone to just come into my life that is asking me all these questions, I'm being very open about everything. Like, everything. Like, I showed him my OnlyFans. Oh, girl, showed it to him. And he was like, oh, that's not even that bad. Yeah. Because I've never been that girl. I never had to go the extra mile.
Okay.
And he couldn't accept the fact that I didn't have to do all that to get where I wanted to be. So it's kind of like it was like he was stuck in a stigma or like what's the word? Stereotype. And it's just like, I'm a multifaceted woman. Like, I'm educated. I have my associate's degree. I'm working on my bachelor's degree. I hustle. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's like, if that's not something that you're okay with, then I'm not for you. Because at the end of the day, if you're not gonna put me in a place to win, I'm gonna go put myself in a place to win.
Okay.
So it's just, that never ended. It never ended. It was just, it got to a point where I was like, every time he was like, I gotta talk to you about something, I would be like, oh, let me sit down. Yeah, so it was just like the icing on the cake. That was pretty much it. Like, I just can't be with someone that can't let me grow past where I've already grown from. Like, you're taking me back to where I've came, like, I don't need to go backwards. I need to go forward. So that's kind of where I was at with that.
Okay. So when you speak about, like, you were in the entertainment world and things like that, I know you mentioned OnlyFans. Is that something you're doing now?
No.
Oh, that was, like, back then. Okay.
And not even back then. Like, sometimes I think the last one was probably, like, back in April that I dropped like a little 3-minute video of.
Bam! And there's the truth. And there's the real truth. Look down here. I hope it's showing on your all screen. This video came out 3 months ago. It's September right now. 3 months prior would be June. She's saying in June, she just dropped a video of, quote, dancing. She's not dancing clothed. Certainly not fully clothed. This was just, so April would have been 2 months prior. That's present. That's right now. Now, how many times did she just say, just a minute ago, that's my past that I've grown from? He won't let me grow from my past. Her past is right now. And I told you all this early in the video. This is why I say you have to listen to what these women are saying and not take it for face value of what they're saying, but dissect what they're saying, read between the lines, and understand what it really means. When she was talking about she was happy that she stopped doing it because it was fun. It wasn't fun anymore. What did I tell you? If she only stopped, not because she feels like it's wrong, not because she feels like she should do better, but only because it's not fun anymore, when she needs to go back to that to get a check, when she has any feeling that's what she wants to do again, there's nothing that's going to stop her from doing it again, because she doesn't think it's a problem to have done it in the first place if her only reasoning for stopping is because it was fun. And here it is again. I'm proven right. When you go down the line and you get to the meat of the matter, she's right back to it. When it suits her, she's going to be right back to it. And when it suits her, she's going to be right back on video taking the deep for her corno. She's going to do whatever it is. When she doesn't feel like you're giving her enough attention, she's going to be right back with the last guy who made her toes curl, because she feels justified that if she's not getting what she wants, she gets to do whatever she wants to do to get what she wants, whether it's money, whether it's attention, whether it's validation of any kind. Then she said that he was saying that she needs to deal with the trauma and that she never took drugs to cope like other girls did. Again, she tries to justify her version of being an ex worker to make it seem like it's somehow better or less bad than other people's version. She showed him her OnlyFans, and even he said, "Oh, it's not that bad." Simp. Of course, it's that bad. She's unclothed, doing sexual things on camera for pay. You can't be a serious, legitimate man who accepts your woman publicly and financially whoring herself for a way of life. You can't accept that and be accepted as a legitimate, high-value man or any type of man of substance. You're not accepted if that's what you accept in your woman. So that's just the end of it that we're going to go into. She says some more stuff later on that we're not going to play because, again, we want to get to the end of this video about basically making him out to be some kind of control. Of course, it always comes back to that. He was putting her on, trying to get her some money. He was building some kind of business, putting it in place for her. And she claimed that he said she has to deposit all of her checks, and he was going to, in his account, he was going to give her an allowance, and he was being controlled, and then blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure if you really look at whatever he was trying to put in place for her, basically he was moving her into his life. He asked her to move with him. I have another video from one of the first videos from when I restarted this page back 2 years ago on the Diddy show. Same kind of thing. God wanted the woman to move with him, and he was going to move for his job, and he was going to let her live off of him. And that was a problem. These women take anything as a way to see men as a problem. They say they want leaders, they want provision, they want protection. When men try to introduce that, when men try to give them avenues of financial come up, when men invite these women into their lives and invite them to come with as they move about and doing what they're doing, and they try to put things in place financially so that they can be in a better position. which was probably he was probably trying to put her up on budgeting and how you once you achieve money from the business, that it doesn't just go all in your personal bank account and you just willy nilly spend it. You need to have money that is reinvested into the business. Then you need to budget out the part that is your personal spending money after you make sure that everything is allocated to expenses, and then you have a budgeted amount that's your personal spending, free spending cash, your disposable income. And he was probably trying to put her up on game or something like that, and she takes it as he's trying to put me on allowance. Everything is wrong with the broken woman like this who has not dealt with her trauma, who claims she doesn't need to deal with anything, and it's clear the truth of the matter otherwise is clear. Well, I'm Yobachi 2007. We're going to get out of here. But before we like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Like me up on your way out. Make sure you're subscribing if you haven't yet. We're going to get back at you with the next one. I'm out of here with this. Peace.